happens when a man who has nothing is told to give? What happens when the poorest person in the city learns the richest lesson in the Bible? This is the story of a beggar, a stranger, and a miracle that started with a single flower. Stay with me. In the middle of a loud, indifferent city, sat a beggar who had become invisible, not because people couldn't see him, but because life had drained him so deeply, he stopped seeing himself. Every morning he shook the same cracked plastic cup. Please, anything helps. Coins dropped, bills fluttered, but gratitude never came out of him. He didn't smile. He didn't thank. He didn't give, because in his mind he had nothing to offer. How can a beggar give when a beggar barely survives? He guarded his little corner like it was the last thing he owned. If anyone came close, he snapped, not out of anger, but out of fear. Fear of losing the little he had. Fear of giving up what kept him alive. One scorching afternoon, a luxury car rolled to a stop beside him. A wealthy man stepped out, not arrogant, not cold, just observant. He watched the beggar for a full minute, then crouched down and dropped a large amount of money into the cup. The beggar froze. Why would you give me so much? The man smiled. Because giving is the only way to receive. The beggar scoffed. Give? Me? Sir, if I give anything away, I'll starve. The man shook his head. You have nothing because your hands are always closed. Buy a flower tomorrow. Give it away for free and watch what happens. Then the stranger returned to his car and disappeared. The city returned to normal, but the beggar's mind did not. The next morning, curiosity won. The beggar walked to a small flower stand. With shaking hands, he bought a single yellow daisy. It looked strange in his rough, worn-out fingers, like beauty didn't belong there. He wandered the street, unsure who to give it to, until he saw her, an elderly woman struggling with her groceries. He took a shaky breath. This is for you. She blinked. Then her face softened into a warm, unexpected smile. Thank you, dear. God bless you. Her blessing hit him harder than any coin ever had. Moments later, a stranger who saw the act approached him. You have a good heart, the man said, placing money in the beggar's hand, more than he used to make in days. The beggar stood speechless. Giving had returned to him, just like the rich man promised. That night, a childhood memory rose in his mind. The story of the widow who had nothing left. A famine filled the land, and God sent the prophet Elijah to a widow gathering sticks at a city gate. She wasn't cooking dinner. She was preparing her last meal. Elijah called out, "Bring me a little water, and bring me a piece of bread." The widow turned to him, heartbroken. "I have only a handful of flour, a little oil. I'm gathering sticks to cook a final meal for my son and me, that we may eat it and die." But Elijah said, "Do not be afraid. Make me a small loaf first, for the Lord says, the jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry." She could have refused. She could have protected the little she had left, just like the beggar always did. But she didn't. She gave, and the Bible says, the jar of flour did not run out. The jug of oil did not run dry. Giving did not empty her life. It opened the door for God to fill it. The beggar understood. He wasn't surviving because he begged. He was surviving despite it. His life didn't change because his hands stayed closed. The next day he bought 5 flowers and gave them all away. People noticed. People smiled. People stayed and talked. He earned more that week than he had in months. Soon he wasn't the beggar anymore. He was the flower man. Children waved. Workers stopped by. People asked for the flowers he chose daily. He bought a cart, then a stall, painted a sign that said, "Bloom and bless." One flower can change a day. He hired others who were homeless. He fed people at shelters. He gave out free flowers every weekend. The beggar who once begged for crumbs now gave abundance because generosity didn't weaken him. It rebuilt him. When your hands are closed, nothing can leave, but nothing can enter either. But when your hands open, heaven opens with them. The beggar learned what the widow learned. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Luke 6:38. And his entire life changed. If this story moved you today, share it with someone who needs hope. Tell me in the comments, what is one small act of kindness that changed your life? And if you want more powerful, life-changing Bible stories, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your jar isn't empty. Your miracle might begin with the next act of giving.